Hey, and welcome back to Yoga with Tim. For today's class, we're going to do a strong vinyasa flow focused on upper body strength. We're also going to do something kind of interesting to help you to connect to your power center, to feel where you can dynamically expand from. So we're going to need a block or a pillow or a bolster to lie over at the beginning. Oh, thanks for the kisses, Ollie. This support, although it's a little annoying to have to get the support and do this, you're gonna feel from the feedback of the support that there is a big change in your practice. So let's get started. I'm gonna kick Ollie off and then we'll get started because this isn't gonna work with him licking me up on the table the whole time.
Thank you.
All right, so we're gonna begin today's class with something a little bit unusual. So for this, I'm gonna recommend that you have either a block with something soft over it, like a folded blanket or folded towel or a pillow on top of your block, or you can use a bolster for this. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna lie down with this right at the solar plexus, bottom sternum area. And as you go to lie down in this position, we're just gonna let the back body open up here. So a lot of yoga, we focus on getting the front body to open because we come to yoga closed off there. But I want you to be able to feel that this energy center, that you can feel strong and dynamically expanding from this center, not just from the front, but also from the sides and the back. So we're just gonna lie in this position for 5 breaths. It's like you get a little shavasana at the beginning. So long exhalation. And on your exhalation, I want you to really receive the pillow, block, whatever, into you. And then when you inhale, try not to let the front push forward, the front of the ribs. See if you can just breathe into your back ribs. Feel a spreading, widening sensation. And when you exhale, you can even do it through your mouth to get a better release back. Pause for a second or two before you breathe in. Two more pranayamic breaths. Send all the air out. And then come up onto your hands and your knees. And let's go into child's pose with the knees together, the toes pointed back. Sit back and let your head drop down. So same feeling in the child's pose, like you had the block, pillow there. Keep releasing back on your exhalation and really feel the back body opening. Then come into a kneeling position, and we're gonna do a little bit to open up the shoulders. If kneeling doesn't work for you, take a block, or if sitting on a block doesn't work for you, sit cross-legged instead. Make sure that your knees and ankles aren't gonna be hurt by doing this. Now bring your arms up into a cactus position and reach out through your elbows. Bring the hands back in line with the elbows. And as you exhale, roll your chin towards your chest, so cat-cow for the neck. And as you inhale, roll your chin up without pushing forward in your ribs. exhale to roll the chin in. Inhale to roll the chin up. Bring your head to neutral and drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Change left ear to left shoulder. Roll your chin to your left chest. To the center. To the right chest. And back up. Change sides, right ear to shoulder. Chin to chest. To the center. And back up. Then bring your knuckles to your temples, curl the fingers in, point the thumbs down, and as you exhale, draw your elbows in, spread and open up in the back. And as you inhale, open up wide. Exhale, draw elbows in. Inhale, open up wide. So as you open up from your chest, think of the back body moving in, and instead of pushing from here, soften back. And exhale, draw in. Now from that energy center where you had the block, as you inhale, dynamically expand. Reach down to the sides and out through the elbows. Think of the elbows originating from there. And as you exhale, draw in. And think of the elbows spreading from the back of the energy center, the buttocks, the knees, the toes. Last one, inhale to open. And then come into neutral, take your knuckles out to the side, turn your thumbs to point back, and make little circles. Keep plugging in from the front on your energy center there to activate the solar energy through your body. Heating, energizing, then turn your thumbs down, make internal circles now. Then we're going to externally rotate the right arm so the bicep turns up as the thumb turns down on the left side, and then change. Right thumb turns down, left thumb turns back. And rotate, warming up the shoulders and the thoracic, which gets, real tight from all the sitting and being on computers and phones that we do. So getting some mobility through these areas will really help our flow at the beginning. Good, then bring your arms forward, reach through your shoulder blades through your fingers, reach, reach, reach. Exhale the air out. Now stretch forward into extended child's pose with the knees wide enough for your ribs to fit in between. And walk your hands over to the right, left hand to the front right corner of your mat. As you stretch back, nice lat stretch here. And again, instead of letting the area where the block was fall towards the ground, let it release back as you exhale. And then visualize like a ball of energy right there in your spine in that exact center. And that ball is supplying energy. There's dynamic expansion through your whole body from that ball as you inhale. And as you exhale, you come back into that energy center. BKS Iyengar said that we should look in each pose to dynamically expand from this energy center. Change sides. So I felt by putting the block there, it would actually give you some, physical, tactile feedback of what it feels like. And if you need to momentarily put a hand back there just to bring your awareness back there, that's fine. So I'm using my left hand now. Then come back to center. Let's stretch back into downward facing dog. Now this first down dog, it's a little short dog that I'm doing. And in this shortened dog, let's just stretch and open up the backs of the legs. So reach your right heel towards the ground as you bend your left knee. Change, bend your right knee, reach your left heel towards the ground. Just notice where there's tension, where the body holds tension in the backs of the legs and the calves, the ankles. Change sides. And change sides. Good, then stretch both heels towards the ground. Step the feet to the front of your mat. Bend your knees a bit, let your head drop. Grab your elbows and let your head hang. Change the clasp. Release the arms. Roll yourself up to stand. Bring your palms together, and with your eyes closed, take a slow breath in through your nose. Dynamically expand from your center. And as you exhale, return to your center. Open your eyes and inhale, float the arms up. Even the way the arms are reaching, instead of just the front helping you to lift your arms, again, imagine from the center of your spine there. And as you exhale, spread your arms, fold forward. Inhale, find a flat back, elongate. Step your right leg back into a lunge and lower your knee down. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, pull your arms into cactus. Inhale the arms back up. Bring your hands down, step back into downward facing dog. Inhale into plank pose. Firm the buttocks towards the heels. Remember where your block was. Now hold here in plank or shift the weight into the right hand and see if you can bring your left hand to your chest. If it's too much on your wrist or your core, just keep both hands down. Take a breath into the back. Change sides, left hand down. Shift the weight into the left hand. See if you can bring your right hand to your chest. As you exhale, receive the area back. And as you inhale, spread the shoulder blade into the hand. Breathe into the space in your back ribs. Place both hands down. Stretch to down dog again. Now raise your right leg up behind you. Press your left big toe mound down. Squeeze the back of the right leg and the glute. Pull your knee to your chest. Step your foot up lightly by your thumb. Lower your back knee down. Inhale, raise your arms up. Hands to the mat. Step forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, come all the way up. Spread your arms and reach. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Step your left leg back. Lower your knee. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale into cactus. Pull the elbows down. Inhale, reach back up. Hands down, step back, plank. Okay, plank. That was down dog. Senior moment. Shift your weight into your left hand. Feel your core turn on. Engage your glutes towards your heels, ribs to pelvis. Bring your right hand to your chest. Change sides, right hand down. Exhale, reach the blade as you receive the rib cage back. And as you inhale, expand. Both hands down, downward facing dog. Press your right big toe mound down. Inhale your left leg up. Feel the back of the leg squeeze the glute. Hold that leg up. And then pull your knee up to your chest. Squeeze the knee up as you push the floor down. Step your foot up by your thumb. Lower your back knee down. Inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, come all the way up. Press through your feet as you raise your arms. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, flat back, lengthen. Step your legs back, plank position. Hold in your plank, turn on your core. Shift into the right hand, and then roll to the outside edge of your right foot. Take your left arm up. Externally rotate the left arm and reach overhead. Lift up on your right side, hip and waist. Then come back into plank position. Shift into your left hand. Roll to the outside edge of the left foot. Take your right arm up. Externally rotate, reach over. Come back to plank pose. Stretch back into down dog. Step your right foot up to your thumb. Lift the back knee as you lunge here. Press the left big toe mound down. Feel your right outer hip turn on. Then as you inhale, come up into crescent lunge. Now bring your hands to prayer. Bend your back knee and hover it above the mat if you want to work on strength in your leg and your hip core. Or if you want to focus on opening up, you can tap the knee to the ground. Your call, reach the arms forward. Then twist, reach through your left shoulder blade forward as you turn your chest, right arm reaches back. Come back to center. One more time, twist. Hold there. Plant the left hand to the ground, right arm up. Now stretch the back leg towards straight again. Keep your right hip hugged in and under. Then bring your right hand to the mat. Walk your hands around to the left and lunge hip towards your right heel. My right foot's turned out a little bit, so it's like I'm doing a squat, stretching the inner leg here on the left side. Then from here, kind of tricky, we're gonna walk around to the left side, come into the crescent position, press the big toe down, ground the heel, inhale, raise the arms up. Bring hands to prayer, then bend the back knee and hover it to work on leg strength, or tap the knee down to focus on flexibility and mobility, arms forward, twist and reach. Reach your arm forward, twist and hold. Breathe through your nose. Then plant your right hand down onto the ground. Lift the back leg back up. Then plant your left hand down to the inside of the foot. Turn your feet towards the side of your mat and lunge towards your left heel. Feel the stretch from your right inner upper thigh, groin towards your foot. Breathe through your nose. Good, then come back to the right side. Hold there, press into the heel. Now turn on your core and let's see, could you float the arms out to the side? Bring the hands down, change sides, lean into your left leg. Press into your left heel, engage your outer hip and float the arms out to the side if possible. Hands down, come back to center. Bring your hands to your hips and come up to stand. I'll turn around so that you don't have to look at the back side. Now spread your arms out to the side. Angle the left leg in slightly. Turn the right leg out. Warrior two. Tip from your hips, bring your elbow down. Place your right hand onto your rib cage again. Soften back and connect down. Then stretch the left arm over. Visualize the expansion coming from the center. Feel the back expanding to stretch the arm, not just pushing from the front. Come back to warrior two. Reverse. Warrior two, straighten your leg. Angle your right leg in slightly. Turn your left leg all the way out. Bend your left knee. Tip from your hips out over your knee. Elbow down. Bring your hand to your rib cage and feel the memory of the block again. When you inhale, feel the dynamic expansion from there. Come back up into warrior two. Reverse. Hands to the mat. Step back. Plank position. Now, block or not, your call. We're going to lower down to low plank position. Pause there. And now see if you can, if you're using the block, hover off of it just an inch. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Step back onto it and then press up into plank position. Glide back into downward facing dog. One more time. Shift into plank. Lower down onto your block. Pause there. Set up your pose. And then hold on the block, engaging your core, pressing down as much as you can with your hands, or hover an inch off. For 3, 2, 1. Press up into plank position. Stretch back into downward dog. Look between your hands. Step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale into your flat back. Exhale to fold. Preparation for Bakasan. Feet together, lift your heels up, knees wide for your arms to fit in between, and reach forward. Hold here for 5 breaths in Malasan, working on getting the hip flexion and the spinal flexion necessary. Or if you feel that you got it, hook your knees back, hook your elbows back into your shins, maintain the flexion, lean into your hands. Tuck the butt under, see if you can bring one foot up, maybe the other. When you're done holding, come into the wide-legged Malasan pose. That's like this. And then plant your hands. Take a vinyasa, or just step back into down dog. Side plank round 2, this time with the left elbow down. So lower your elbow and open up. So the tendency will be to push out from the middle. Instead, connect, release back, Feel that your back ribs can expand and that your arms, your elbows are spreading from that area. The reach to your hips and your feet from that area, and there's a lift on your left side waist. Internally rotate your right arm, hook it behind your back and look down. Then reach that arm back up. Externally rotate it and look up. Change sides, bring the right elbow down. Lift up on your hip and your waist. Internally rotate your left arm, hook it behind your back and look down. Externally rotate your arm. If the neck allows, look up without straining and reach over. Come back into plank on your elbows now. And then let's walk the dog. Walk your feet into down dog on your forearms. Press the center of the forearm down so that you don't twist onto the outside of your forearm or elbows. Press your right big toe mound down and raise your left leg up. Engage your leg muscles. Hug the leg to the bone. Firm the buttock. Down to the heel. And then change legs. Raise the right leg up. Same thing. Don't just let the leg hang lazy. Tone the leg without sacrificing your breath or straining. Lower the leg down, reach your forearm, see if you can walk in closer without your upper back rounding. Then walk it back into plank on your forearms. Lower your hips down for Sphinx, what's it called? Sphinx pose. Turn your palms up. Then bend your left knee, heel towards your buttock. And if you're flexible enough, you could reach back with your left hand to take a hold of your foot. Now, if it feels like you're kind of crunching in your lower back, take your elbows more forward or even just lay down on your belly. So your pose could just look like this. So it requires quite a bit of spinal extension, and if you haven't developed it yet, that might feel a little gnarly. And yes, gnarly is the technical term for that when the pose isn't going well. Change sides. You can stay in your high Sphinx or low Sphinx. You can just keep the knee bent like this, or if the leg allows, you can reach back and take your foot. If it feels like you have to fight your body to do it, that's usually not a good sign. So the ego will kind of like try to overcomplicate and reach for things that we're not quite ready yet for. So just be aware of that. No forcing, no jamming, it's not a contest. And at the end of this video, there will be no prizes awarded, just so you know. So you don't have to, all right, you get the picture. From here, with your elbows, inner elbows reaching back, not squeezing in, but just reaching back, we're gonna roll up into up dog. Ready? Upward facing dog. You can have the toes curled under, or you can have the toes pointed back. Toes curled under is a little more lumbar friendly, so you can just feel which one you like better. We're holding it, did I tell you this? We're holding this sucker. 3 more breaths. Now you can tell that my angle is leaned a little forward. In the full pose, the hips start to come towards the wrist. And then once the hips come all the way to the wrist, you roll the shoulders back. From that energy center where you're focused on, you move in and up and you start to look up. Oh, there it goes. Now lower back down onto your belly and then press up into plank. Hold in your plank. Bring your right knee to your chest. Change. Bring your left knee to your chest. Now set that knee down and stretch here, point your right toes back. This is kind of like pigeon, except we have the leg in a neutral position. If you prefer, lift back up, externally rotate that sucker and hang out there. Whichever one gives you a better stretch. So you might be like, I feel more stretch in my piriformis in this one, but this one I feel more stretch in my hip flexors, psoas, and then someone's gonna be like, no, you can't get the psoas when you're in extension, and I'm gonna be like, okay, don't be so technical, just go with it. So, you know, hang out in the one that feels best for you for 5 breaths. And then step back into plank pose. Right knee up. Left knee up. Right knee up. Lower the knee. The shin turned or the toes pointed back. You can experiment and see which stretch feels most appropriate for you today. This one is more of a back leg experience, more of a back leg front of the back leg hip experience. For me, I don't know what you're feeling. All right, now stretch back into downward dog. Make your way to seated. And although I'd like to just keep doing yoga with you all day here, we got to wrap this thing up. So bring your left heel to your right outer hip, right ankle on the outside of your knee. Let's wrap the left arm around the knee and twist to the right. Come back to center and change the cross of your legs. Twist the other way. Come back to center, stretch your legs out, and fold forward out over your legs. Come back up and cross your legs. Bring your hand to your nose and gently plug in your left nostril with your eyes closed. Breathe out through your right. Breathe in through the right. Plug the right and breathe out through the left. Breathe in through the left. Plug the left and breathe out through the right. Breathe in through the right. Plug the right and breathe out through the left. Breathe in. Plug the left, breathe out through the right. Let go of the breath control and sit for your final meditation or lie completely flat. you're on your back, roll to your side and make your way back up to seated. Then bring your palms together. Thank you. Namaste. If you're able to feel some of the benefit of lying over that block or bolster at the beginning, let me know what you felt different as a result. I felt like much more whole body connected as opposed to just opening from the front in the poses like my body often wants to, but you might feel different. And if you enjoyed that, hit the like button. If you like the pranayama at the end, also let me know. I'll make sure to include some more of that. And take a moment to please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We'll make sure that you don't miss any future videos, and it's also a great way to support the channel. The last thing I want to encourage you to do, if you haven't already, join the Conscious Movement community, which is where I post all my exclusive content. It's where all my courses are and exclusive videos that are a little longer and stronger. So if you're interested in deepening your practice, you can take some of the courses I have on there and try some of those longer videos. I'll put the link below to the Conscious Movement community in the description, and maybe it could get edited in here. I don't know. Thank you. And I'll see you next time. Have a great day, guys.